What's up, Taurus? It's your girl, Kelli, coming straight at you from the Queen's Tarot B in Boston. So here we are for your April monthly reading. Don't forget, we still have that contest going on, and you guys did win last month. The sign with the highest views, I will go into the comments, and I will choose a winner. So every month, let's keep it moving, So what I'm feeling with you guys is that you're reminiscing about something. You're reminiscing about something that you had to cut out of your life, or that was cut out of your life. I'm seeing a lot of the Six of Cups reverse, that feeling of thinking back, but it's almost remorsefully. It's like you cut something out that you really didn't want to, but you knew it was the best for you. Yes, I feel like there was a situation around you that it looks like you needed an ultimate truth from. You were waiting on an ultimate truth from this decision. I'm going to incorporate a couple decks here because I'm just reading very focused, and I'm reading like mass amounts of information, downloads like crazy. So I've got two decks going at the same time, and a third there if I need it, and a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth. But I won't do that to you guys. If I get to that point, then I'll be looking into some divine stuff. And that will be on my own time. Anyway, I feel like there is a truth that you were waiting for from somebody. There was like a decision. You were waiting for someone to make a decision or to figure something out. And with that, it was kind of sneaky behavior. And you were hoping that this person would take a different action towards you than what they did. And it looks like that truth is about the fact that they didn't want a relationship, or they didn't really want anything to come out of it. I'm seeing 2 4s here. So, that's usually the card of abundance and reaping what you sow, and getting in all of those things that you planted a long time ago, and getting in all of those things that you've worked so hard for. But both of these 4s are in reverse for me. And when I split the deck, they're both coming from a different side at the same time. And so I see 2 4s in reverse. You've got the 4 of Cups in reverse, which is emotional disappointment there. There's some sort of deep emotional disappointment, but it also comes with a deep physical disappointment. So it feels like a strong relationship with somebody that you were disappointed on 2 different levels. It's like you were disappointed in the material realm, which is the mundane world, the everyday world of what this person presented themselves to be. But also emotionally, you were really, really disappointed that this person did not really come forward with their true intentions like they should have. I feel like they used some information to get closer to you, but not because it's almost like using information, like using that, how would I say it? Saying, they're a soulmate so that they can get close to you, but not really have that connection once they got close. And it feels like it's just kind of empty. Like, just like empty right here, right now, guys. And it feels like I feel like that was, them using this information, because we also had the card of them being sneaky here. And this is your recent past up into a year. Sometimes a little bit longer. It depends. If something is still affecting you from a situation, then I can pick up on it. No problem. But this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and wherever you have Taurus placed. So if you're not getting a message here, then definitely look into your moon, and then your rising, and then your Mercury, Mars, and Venus. I can't even talk. They're yakking so much in my ear. Also know if you're cross watching, this could be your energy or your partner's. We don't, we're not able to distinguish who's what and what's who unless we're given a sign that that is your energy particularly. So if it comes in the reverse, it's fine as long as it comes in. It gives you a viewpoint and lets you know whether or not it's your message. And if it's your message and you want to look further into it, you can always contact me. My information is in the box right here. Please email me first. But you'll also find my donation information, my Skype information, and my Facebook Messenger. Please don't Facebook message me or Skype me about prices unless you've sent emails and I haven't answered, because I'm having trouble with my email. Because I'm just going to have you email me so I can send you a list of services that are available here at the Queen Tarot Reading. Anyway, I feel like it's coming. They're coming in sneaky with that kind of. The move they made towards you was like this real smooth, using that soulmate kind of thing. But when you really got down to the bare bones of it, it was like the physical promise and the emotional promise just fell through because that wasn't their real intention. You didn't get what you should have from this person, what they put themselves out there to be. What it's like you met their representative and then you figured out who they really were. And this person's just standing in their wrong behavior. The emperor rules over the entire kingdom, over all the kings. This is the ultimate power. And when somebody stands in this power wrong and they use that kind of spiritual information against you to manipulate your mind and make you feel like you're in a soulmate relationship or a twin flame relationship, it can really, really mess with you. So someone standing wrong in this emperor power can do a lot of damage. He can destroy an entire kingdom when you think about it. However, a fake twin flame is very, very highly unusual. Usually it's a twin flame that's afraid, but we don't know what this is yet. So we'll take a look into what it is. But it's looking here like this was not your wish. This is not the person that you wished for. This is not what you were reaching for. Instead, you ended up with this. You ended up with this heartache and this heartbreak, and it's like a third party. And, it's like There's just a lot of people here, Taurus. Oh my God, what is going on here? It's like a party in this bitch. Like a goddamn fucking party in this bitch. Seriously. You got more people in here in your business and your shit mixed up than I've ever seen. Like, this is just craziness. It's like heartache. It's like someone came. What? Hold on, please. Let me confer with the referees over here. It's like somebody's true intention was what appeared to come out. But what it really is they're not open emotionally, if that makes sense. That's what they're saying to me, that this is not this person's true intention. Their true intention, let me explain it a different way, because they're off the wall today. I think I'm going to take over the wheel from here, Jesus, because you guys are losing it. Go over there and talk amongst yourselves, and we'll come back when you make some sense. Thanks. What you wished for and what you got were clearly two different things. You wished for this relationship, but when this relationship came, it taught you a very valuable lesson of how people can act when they're afraid. And I feel like it made this person closed themselves off and brought in a third party to kind of push you away because they're afraid. Not because those emotions aren't there, because those emotions are there. But it's almost like they're afraid. It's like they're self-sabotaging is the best word that I can find for that. It's like they're self-sabotaging. And it's like in that, and I'm switching up decks. I just went from the Morgan Greer deck over to, good Lord, it's my favorite deck. I can't even think straight today. The Arcanum. We've got the Magician here. I'm kind of interchanging them right now because they're both telling me a story, and that's the way I can get the best details. So let's roll with it. This person kind of manipulated the situation. Yes, they used that information of having that soul connection with you because they have it, whether they like it or not. That soul connection is real. And they played with that soul connection because they were afraid. How they really see you, though, and this just happened in Scorpio's reading. This is so odd, is how they really see you. And this is just, wow, this is really good, because this how they see you is the Empress, abundant, beautiful, someone they want to share with, but also someone they're terrified of. This is someone who has their shit together. It doesn't matter if it's a man or woman. It's the energy of someone having their shit together, being compassionate, being kind, being cool and collected, being healthy in relationships, knowing how to sit down and talk problems out instead of fight. It's this card of, that ultimate unconditional love where somebody truly loves you and they're willing to do what they need to do to sit down and work things out with you. And this is how they see you. And it's just like, that I feel like that makes them afraid, and the communication cuts off. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to act. And then I feel like we're back to Morgan Greer, just so I'm not confusing you too much, because the Empress came up as well here. Now they're mirror images of each other instead of coming up, one in the upright and one in the reverse. The way I feel about that is, in this whole bit of them manipulating the situation, or Taurus, maybe it's you manipulating. In this whole thing of manipulating the situation and not wanting to tell the truth, and that you feel for this, or they feel for you. This abundance started to slip away. This person started to see things about you, or you started to see things about them that were not what you wished for. Like it talked about over here, there was heartbreak with the wish card and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Somebody emotionally closed off, cold, insensitive, mean, can be cruel, can be rude. They just ice you out, kind of. Remember, this is the card of water. Water does turn to ice. Just because they're a water sign or whatever, they have their deadly way of, protecting themselves. Earth can swallow you whole. Fire can burn you alive. Water can freeze you to death. Air, no oxygen, no livy. Well, I feel like during this process of pushing you away and bringing in a third party and doing all of these things and being terrified, they managed to flip this abundance, this beautiful abundance they had in front of them, into somebody who was no longer feeling abundant. So I feel like, Taurus, maybe you or your partner is no longer feeling abundant in this situation. You're no longer feeling beautiful and comfortable and like you want to give to this person, and you want to give this world to the person, because it's like you were expecting like a a queen or a king. And instead, and in the upright at that, someone coming correct with their emotions based on the way that they presented this whole thing to you. But instead, what you got was a Knight of Rods. This is our playboy. He's the kind who comes in, puts up his feet, makes a sandwich, gets what he wants, sticks around for a little while, and then he just bounces back out. He's a knight. He goes out, he fights, he comes back, and he gets what he wants. And seeing this behavior, this pushing away and these third-party situations and them turning their emotion off to you really kind of puts you in this place where y'all were just like, like, that's fucking enough. Like, I'm going back to my 9 of Pentacles single garden where everything is plush and green and I have everything I need. You know what is a big difference between wanting somebody and needing somebody? And y'all are not in the mind to need somebody. Trust me, I am a Venus in Taurus. Y'all are not of the mind to need somebody. You can take care of yourself. So when you want somebody in your life, it's a beautiful thing. But when you need somebody in your life, it's very toxic and it's very addicting and it's very bad. And I see that you're handling this in the right situation. It's like, okay, I'm going to go back to my single corner over here and I'm just going to be watching what you be doing because y'all not acting right now. Y'all are not acting right now. This is not the person that you presented to me that got me to open up before this. Because you were opened up to this person until you got this kind of behavior. This is in the reverse. And so you got this kind of behavior from them. You're saying like, no, something is not right here. I'm going back to my single garden. I don't know what just happened, but all of a sudden we've got third parties and you're cutting me off like physically and emotionally and distancing yourself from me and, doing all this weird shit to me. And then I've got my lonely traveler, my Page of Rods. This is the guy who always leaves behind a broken heart because he's so scared or she's so scared. Don't ever get caught up in the he, she part of it. Okay? It does not matter. This person is so scared of having their heart broken that they break first. So this is an immature person. They have no idea what your intention is toward them. You could have the Ace of Cups and be handing it to them, and they're so terrified of leaving themselves emotionally vulnerable that they lash out first. And now you're seeing that about them. They're probably backed off from you now. They're probably, oh, look at this. This is crazy. I've got the 8 of Pentacles coming up at the same time. One in the upright and one in the reverse. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm looking at the dimensions, like what can happen and what can't. I feel like with the decisions this person is making, it's very karmic. It's very, very karmic. It's mirroring each other. You've got the Empress in the upright, the Empress in reverse. You got the 8 of Pentacles in the upright, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It's mirror imaging of each other. Literally. So some of you are definitely dealing with a twin flame when you're mirroring each other like this with cards such as the Empress and putting in work. That's divine intervention here. So you're talking about a big karmic relationship there. Whether it's a huge karmic lesson you need to learn, it doesn't have to be twin flame, but where it's mirroring, I'd say some of you are dealing with it. It seems to be common these days, where it was like 1 in a million before. It's very odd. There's a lot happening right now. And I think all of you feel that looming energy over us, like waiting for the ball to drop. But I find it interesting to see that the card of putting in work is mirroring each other. It's like, how do I want to explain this? Because one is showing that it's a cycle and it's time to let go and it's healthy. And the other is showing that there's a stuck decision. Guys, are you playing with the dimensions? Are you learning the dimensions here? Because this is very interesting to see. And the very different outcomes of these cards. We're talking about working at it and bringing it full circle. We're talking about not putting the work into it and it not coming to a completion. This is literally mirror image. I feel like I'm looking in the dimensions. So some of you must be working with ascension magic or ascension energy, because this is dimensional. This is crazy, right? Yeah. It's just like it's like cause and effect all the way through there. That was crazy. Whoever you're dealing with, some of you are dealing with a karmic partner, some of you are dealing with a twin flame, and some of you are definitely dealing with a soulmate. So there's messages in here for all of you. This is crazy. Like I said, like, oh my God, Jesus, hold my drink. I need to clear out some of this house. Like, there is people running around here like crazy. Like, there's all kinds of people in this mix. I feel like there's so many other people involved here, like, and I can't figure out the connection. Maybe you guys work together, or I feel like maybe that something along those lines. Maybe you all work together or something. Like, there's just so many people that I keep catching energy from. But there's definitely a need to cut off some sort of relationship. You've got the Queen coming in with her energy, with the Two of Cups. So there's no reunion here. This is being cut off. But then we've got the Hierophant in the upright. This is back and forth energy. There are so many people involved in this damn reading. I can't even barely make sense of it, guys. I don't know what you're doing, but like, what in the actual? Seriously. I should be able to identify with some of this, and I can't. I don't know what's going on here. Like I said, I feel like you're definitely reminiscing about something from the past. You've got the Three of Wands, and I feel like he's just looking out over the water, just remembering. And looking at this card makes me feel like that person is remembering good times, remembering small tokens of love, remembering what that was like, remembering something that you've cut out or was cut out and you're missing, that keeps coming back. And it's like you're all in your head about it. Oh, I switched again. Sorry. You're all in your head about whatever's happening here in terms of what these memories are about, what these little love tokens are, what you're reminiscing about. There's something you're really reminiscing about. And wow. I mean, not only do you have the Hermit in reverse, but you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you guys must work together or something. Because I see what is going on in here. Like, it is a party. If I had known, I'd have brought the chips and salsa. Shit. It's like, I see so many people here. The Hermit, it's like all of you are just have some weird energy about you. I feel like you're all intermingled. And you're all kind of coming out of something. So there could be like a huge awakening going on at work or with your family. But the way I'm seeing this card is like the water's pouring. I see the cups and I feel like they're people. I don't see her as dancing in the water. I see the water pouring, like emotion pouring. Like the water's pouring down and it's going to tumble the cups or something. It's almost like a big tidal wave. I know that sounds odd, but it's like a big tidal wave or something. I don't know. This is crazy shit here. Like, interdimensional, like, what are you guys doing out there? Man, I have a feeling that y'all be getting into some shit you should not be getting into. So if you're dimension jumping and time, if you don't know how to play with time, do not play with it. And again, note the word play. Play. Do not play with it. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. You don't understand the repercussion that comes with it. For every action, remember that there is an equal and opposite reaction. So for everything that you do, there is a ripple through that space-time continuum, and there is an opposite and equal reaction. Matter, antimatter. Keep this in mind, guys. Okay? So if you're messing with stuff that you ought not to be messing with, and I'm getting the message you are, some of you need to stop. Find somebody who can guide you. Stop right where you are. When I start seeing interdimensional stuff in my readings and I'm getting messages that you're messing with things you don't understand, okay, I've been babbling for 26 minutes. Yeah, it looks like there's a break going on here between you and this karmic person, whoever this person is to you. You're emotionally closed off, and it looks like you've pulled back from them, and it's almost not a break anymore. It's like with that whole thing with watching that behavior, I feel like you kind of pulled back and closed off, like that's not really what I want in my life. So if you're dealing with a twin flame, this could be someone younger. It could be someone who's got drinking problems, or, multiple men or multiple women. But it's almost like a game they play. But you're not willing to take the chance on that. You're not willing to take the chance on that. Like, you're coming in strong as no. And I feel like you're going to call them out. You're going to call them out on those decisions they made when they got scared and ran from you. I'm feeling like they went a bit too far, and there's no way to kind of fix that. You're not willing to be made the fool of. You're like, oh, hell no. And you call judgment on it. You're going to call judgment on it. The Seven of Cups in reverse. So you're going to call judgment on whatever options they had going on the sly. The Seven's always a sneaky, sneaky card. Sevens are, they are just what they are. It warns you of treachery, of sneakiness, of people talking behind your back, especially the emotions. People talking behind your back, people, emotionally cheating behind your back, people not honoring their virtues of staying faithful and things like that. It's kind of like the smoke cloud. It's like they're giving you the smoke cloud, and I feel like you're going to call them out on that, because you're not going to be made a fool of here. You're just like, no. We're going to talk about this right here, this big, huge fucking elephant in the room. You're done holding your position. You're done telling me or acting as though, you're running the show. This is what I want to know, and I want to know it now. And you're standing in your power. This is my asshole card. You're becoming an asshole because you have to be. You're like, no, I want answers, and I want them now. Why did you do all of that to me? I never did anything to you. And it's because they're afraid of you. If they strike first, You have no chance to. If they break your heart before you break theirs, then it all makes sense to them, right? But it doesn't make sense to the rest of the world. So whatever's going on here, you guys really need to have a conversation with your person, or your person needs to have a conversation with you. Yeah, because here it is, once you let it go, once this person's let go and backstabbed you, you're not going to get it back. Because it's showing me here the King of Wands in the upright, with the Ten of Swords reversed. So this tells me that there's definitely a hurt in the past, a betrayal. Definitely something that you weren't expecting. It kind of caught you off guard, probably. And you cut it out real quick. Because here's the single card. See ya, whoever that was, right? See ya. And with that, you're making no offer toward them. You're internally fighting with yourself about what happened. Like, what? I don't get it. In fact, I don't fucking get it either. But like I said, it's like a party in here. So, you're just internally, I feel like, stuck fighting with yourself on whether to walk away from this person, close your emotions, and go back and try to balance yourself again. Get yourself back to where you need to be. I feel like you're coming out of this. Okay, oh my God, yeah. I'm not dealing with this third party bullshit. I'm not dealing with this third party bullshit. This is not happening. I got hurt. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not down with it. This is not what we discussed. This is not victorious for me. This is not helpful. I'm happier without you because this is what I think of you right now. You've murdered my feelings. You've murdered how I feel. Yes, I'm still connected to you, but what you did to me was unmistakably mean and for no reason. And there you are, standing in your right to end that reading. I'm going to leave it there because there is so many messages coming through. I feel like I could be on here for days, and it's been 32 minutes. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, but you have some serious messages coming through. If you guys want a personal reading, email is in the box below. Please email me. That is the very first thing that you want to do. That way I can email you a list of services on how long you want for a reading, what the donation is for that and all of that. And I can talk to you about setting it up and how it's done. Please do not, like I said, do not Facebook or Skype me unless I'm not answering your email, which means that I'm probably not getting it. It's going to my spam folder and I'm not catching it in time and it empties itself. Yeah. So, yes, please look in the box below. Email me first. You'll also see my donation information, and there is a donation button on my right-hand side, so it'll be on your left since you're sitting opposite. Yeah. No? Right? Still, I don't know. Whatever. Too many messages, too many people talking. So all the information you need is below. Don't forget, get those likes and shares up so I can go in the comments and pick someone for a free reading. It is now 3/27. It's my birthday. Not really. That's just my birth date. Every time I look at the clock lately, I've been getting that. Anyway, get the likes and shares, subscribes up there because we're giving away free readings in this bitch. Oh, yeah. All right, Taurus, I need your comments below because that was just like a party and a half. And I was just like, whoa, hold my drink because this is holy. So maybe you guys can make some sense out of it. All right. This is your girl, Kelli, coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot Beat in Boston. I will catch y'all next time.